Hello again. Welcome to another edition of Quality Insights Bites, and we've got a very important topic to discuss today, don't we? We have trial master files and compliance towards the trial master file requirements and so on. But I've got a very specific question that's been asked several times, and this one is, what does a sponsor need to get right to ensure inspection success, especially when it comes to trial master file and vendor oversight?
So particularly in line with the recent revisions to ICH E6 GCP, what I'd say is the sponsor needs to decide in advance what it is they're going to do and how they're going to document that. Some things will come as a surprise, of course, and you can make that up as you go along. But by and large, you should know what you're going to do. So you can set your expectations, you can make sure that people understand the processes, what records will be produced, who will be responsible for producing them, and they can go straight into the TMF. They don't need to go anywhere else. They don't need to go in SharePoint so people can find them. They don't need to go on the hard drive. They don't need to go in the working area. They can go into the TMF, and that access needs to be set up in advance. Similarly with vendor oversight, you need to think up front who we're bringing in to work with us, and also define what they're going to do and how that is going to be overseen. What we see a lot is, what we see sometimes is sponsors who have drawn on vendors and loved their processes very correctly, thinking these guys know what they're doing, but the vendor process doesn't really talk about the sponsor very much, so it doesn't specify who the records go to, it doesn't specify who gets approval, it doesn't actually demonstrate that the sponsor is involved. The activity's happening, but is the sponsor involved with it? So that's a key aspect to nail down up front.
Wonderful. So does this all mean that having a good TMF plan would help, and also having a good TMF map eventually, which tells where the documents are present and how they are going to be laid out? Will that be a good way to do it?
A TMF map and something in the way of an index is super important, so that everybody's working to the same idea, and that needs to be visible. The same rules need to be visible to the operational people and the QC people and the vendors. Everyone needs to be working to the same idea. I think that's vital.
Wonderful. So I think we got a most important aspect there about having a good planning process, having a defined area where we are looking at when it comes to putting together the TMF controls and such. Perhaps that's a point of discussion for another quality insight for us. Thank you.